I get it, you scroll through endless listings, see sleek photos of a CNC router that promises to turn a scrap piece of pine into a perfect sign, then the moment you actually fire it up the machine feels clunky, the software is a nightmare, or the spindle just won't bite the way the ad suggested. That hesitation is the exact reason I'm doing this review, so you can avoid that looks great online, terrible in the shop regret. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The NymoLabs NBS 6040 is marketed as a ready-to-go 3-axis router for wood, acrylic, even soft aluminum. At first glance it feels like a serious step up from the DIY kits you see on hobby forums, especially with a custom-made 710W spindle that can spin up to 30,000 revolutions per minute and the promise of linear rails on every axis. Those are the kind of headline specs that make you think, this could finally give me that clean edge on my laser-cut panels without a lot of trial and error. But the real question is whether those specs translate into a workflow that saves you time, money, and frustration. Let's start with the actual box you'll get. The machine arrives partially assembled, the frame is a welded steel chassis, the 3 linear rails are already bolted in place, and the ball screws are pre-installed. You still need to attach the TFT touchscreen controller, mount the spindle, and run a quick wiring check. The manual assumes you have a basic grasp of wiring and a decent set of tools. There's no step-by-step video that walks you through each screw. For someone who's comfortable with a drill and a multimeter, that's fine, but if you're a maker who's never dealt with a spindle's VFD, expect to spend a couple of evenings just getting the machine to power up without tripping a breaker. Once it's humming, the first thing you notice is the Grbl version 1.1 firmware running on the controller. Grbl is open source, which means you can tinker with the motion parameters if you need more aggressive acceleration for faster cuts. The downside is you're stuck with a fairly basic G-code interface, no built-in CAD, no auto toolpath optimization. You'll need a separate CAM program on your laptop to generate the code, then push it over USB or Wi-Fi to the TFT screen. That adds a layer of software handling, but it's the same workflow many hobbyists already use, so it's not a deal-breaker if you already have a preferred CAM suite. Now, about that spindle. The 710W motor is definitely the most powerful part of the package. In practice, it can slice through inch plywood in under a minute with a 1/8 inch end mill, and it holds its speed nicely when you shift to a 1mm engraving bit for acrylic. The real test, though, is heat management. Because the spindle is custom-made, it runs a bit hotter than a comparable off-the-shelf model, so you'll want to keep an eye on the cooling fan and make sure the machine sits in a well-ventilated area. In a small garage with limited airflow, the spindle can start to throttle back after a half hour of continuous cutting, which could extend your project time if you're doing large panels. One of the hidden trade-offs comes from the linear rails and ball screws. They give the NBS 6040 a smooth, almost whisper-quiet movement compared to the belt-driven kits you see on Amazon. That smoothness translates into tighter tolerances for intricate engraving work. Think of etching a logo onto a thin acrylic sheet where even a millimeter of wobble shows up. The catch is maintenance. Ball screws need periodic cleaning and a light grease coat to keep the backlash low. If you run the machine daily, you'll want to schedule a quick wipe down of the rails every few weeks, otherwise, dust can build up and cause a subtle but noticeable drift in the Z-axis over long cuts. Who should buy this? If you're a serious hobbyist who already has a decent CAD/CAM workflow and you need a machine that can handle both woodworking and light metal work without having to upgrade to a full-size industrial router, the NBS 6040 hits a sweet spot. Its modular design also means you can add a dust collection port later, or swap out the spindle for a laser module if you ever want to experiment with hybrid projects. On the other hand, if you're just starting out and you only need to cut simple 2D shapes in pine, a cheaper belt-driven kit could get you there with less initial setup hassle. Likewise, if you're looking for a turnkey solution that comes with its own software suite and a warranty that covers every component for several years, you'll find the NymoLabs offering a bit sparse. There's no extended warranty listed, and the support forums are still growing. In terms of value, the price point reflects the combination of a high-power spindle, linear motion hardware, and the open-source controller. You're not paying for a brand-name premium, you're paying for the engineering that went into machining the rails and fitting the ball screws. If you compare that to a